Went to all this trouble of buying a Bi Pride shirt and you can't even, see the hearts on it. Oh well. Happy Pride Month, everyone! So, as your friendly neighborhood bisexual dumbass cinephile, I want to go through some of my personal favorite LGBTQ movies. Specifically ones that I feel don't get enough attention. There's more than Brokeback Mountain, you know.
This is a goddamn bitch of an unsatisfactory situation.
And since this is the internet, we're doing it in a top 10 style list. So here we go. 10 movies you should watch this June. So I debated about including this one on the list because the queer content isn't that big a part of the story, but this film is based on a true story, and it's in the National Registry, and it has Al Pacino, and I just like it. So, 1975's Dog Day Afternoon. Like I said, this movie is based on a true story. It's about two men who rob a bank and end up holding the staff hostage for a whole night. And Al Pacino's character is the partner of a transgender woman. The reason he wants to rob the bank is to fund his partner's gender reassignment surgery. Now, remember, this movie was made in the 70s, so our gender politics aren't quite there. So, yes, by today's standards, this movie is problematic in its portrayal of a trans woman. Elizabeth Ian's character is referred to by her dead name, and by he/him pronouns, and is played by a cisgender man. But taking all that into consideration, it's amazing that a movie from the 1970s is so respectful of a relationship between a cis man and a pre-op trans woman, especially since Stonewall was only 6 years earlier. Really nice. So if you're like me, you wish there were more gay rom-coms. Where is my gay 16 Candles? Where is my gay She's All That? Well, we got our wish with Alex Strangelove, a coming-of-age story about a teenage boy looking for true love and discovering that he's gay along the way, and all the teenage angst that entails. However, it's still a really sweet and relatable movie, and you just can't help but root for Alex even when he messes up. Plus, there's the added bonus that Alex's friends don't straight up abandon him when he comes out. Fake friends. Also, header O's. Iconic. You want an all-star cast of gay actors? You got it. The Boys in the Band, 2020, is an adaptation of a 1968 stage play, and it stars a powerhouse gaggle of gays. Matt Bomer, Jim Parsons, Zachary Quinto, and Andrew Rannells. A group of mostly gay friends have a dinner party and play a game that reveals some pretty deep emotional truths. The bottle episode feel the direction and location really adds to the emotional tension, and the acting is next level, especially with Jim Parsons. It is the Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf of gay movies. I hope you don't mind subtitles, because that's what you're in for with The Way He Looks. The Way He Looks is a Brazilian coming-of-age story, yes, another one, leave me alone, about a blind boy named Leonardo who has yet to have his first kiss. A handsome boy named Gabriel moves into town and joins his class, and all the girls are immediately smitten with the new guy. I'm sure you can see where this is going. There's a lot great about this movie, from the love triangle between Leo, Gabriel, and Leo's best friend Giovanna, to Leo trying to get his parents to stop babying him because of his disability. Granted, these characters are in high school, so there is some underage exploration of sexuality, but nothing icky. It's a very sweet movie. This one is a classic that everyone needs to see, if for nothing else, to see Gene Hackman in drag. That's right, I'm talking about The Birdcage, starring Nathan Lane and the late great Robin Williams. Lane and Williams play an older gay couple who own a drag club together in South Beach. They have a very odd couple vibe, with Williams playing the straight man, so to speak, to Lane's more over-the-top counterpart. One night, the son they've raised together comes home from college with news that he's engaged, and that his fiance's super conservative parents want to meet his mom and dad. So Nathan Lane, who is a professional drag performer, dresses up as a woman so they can bamboozle the Republicans. It's exactly as hilarious as it sounds, and then some. Stop me if you've heard this one before. The man who invented Wonder Woman based her character on her wife and their polyamorous lover. Yep, it's true. Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman is based on the life of William Moulton Marston, creator of the first and most famous lady comic book superhero of all time, and explores themes of polyamory and even BDSM in a positive yet honest way. How does a throuple make a life together, raise children together, especially in a time period when such a relationship would be forbidden in society? Not to mention the movie also goes into the struggle of making Wonder Woman, since at the time, Wonder Woman comics caused moral outrage, so if comic book history is something that interests you, there's that too. But honestly, with media focusing on healthy, equal, polyamorous relationships in such scarce supply, it's just nice that this movie exists. And we have another international film. The Handmaiden is a tale of forbidden love, betrayal, revenge, and liberation. This movie is so goddamn good and full of surprises. Suki, a Korean peasant and pickpocket living in Japanese-occupied Korea during the World War I, World War II era, is hired by a con artist who plots to seduce the rich heiress Hideko and make off with her inheritance. Suki poses as Hideko's handmaiden to help convince her to marry the con artist, but the two end up falling for each other instead. It's beautifully filmed and acted. However, this movie deals with some really dark themes, like child abuse and suicide. So take content warnings under serious advisement. Can also be really funny in a dark way sometimes. And number 3 on our list is La La Land! Oh wait, it's actually Moonlight. I'm sorry, you know I had to. Moonlight is the story of the life of a gay black man, Chiron, also called Little, told in 3 parts. The first taking place when Chiron is a kid, the second when he's a high schooler, and the third when he's an adult. The movie explores not just gay themes, but also themes of race, class, and masculinity, and how all of these aspects of Chiron's identity affect each other. The film has gorgeous cinematography and features 2 of my personal favorite actors, Mahershala Ali and Janelle Monáe. I'm so glad this film won Best Picture. It truly deserved it. I'm honestly surprised this movie doesn't get more attention, considering that the leads are played by Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor. Not my first choice to play a gay couple in a movie, but hey, it works. I Love You, Philip Morris is actually based on a true story. Jim Carrey plays a career con man who is sent to prison for insurance fraud and ends up meeting his true love. The movie is super adorable, but also piss your pants funny. The Tampa Bay Times described it as Catch Me If You Can, matched up with Brokeback Mountain, if Mel Brooks directed, and honestly, that's very apt. It's insane that all of this really happened. From the acting, to the production design, to the direction and mise-en-scène, ooh, look at me, I went to film school. This film feels like it should have been an Oscar darling, but strangely, it didn't get so much as a single nomination. Insane. And number 1, we're talking about my favorite gay movie to date, again, based on a true story, about disadvantaged people coming together to support each other, proving the power of solidarity. Pride. A group of London gays and lesbians lend a hand in support of the striking miners' union, helping out a small Welsh village and befriending the townsfolk. It is a fiercely inspiring tale of hope, friendship, bravery, and perseverance. Plus, it's got a few familiar British faces you might recognize. Seeing as this movie takes place in the 1980s, AIDS does play a slight role in the film, but it's really more on the peripheral. It's more about the importance of standing up for your rights and helping others. So that's it. That's my 10 queer movies. Obviously, there's a lot of movies out there that I missed. Share your favorite gay movies in the comments, and if you think I should make more videos like this, give me a like, or maybe even a subscribe, because the algorithm is not my friend! Thanks for watching! Happy Pride!